I would think so.
Okay, I hope so.
One.
The words I have to say may well be simple, but they're true. Until you give your love, there's nothing more that we can do. Love is the opening door. Love is what we came here for. No one could offer you more. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? You say it's very hard to leave behind the life we do. But there's no other way, and now it's really up to you. Love is the key we must turn. Truth is the flame we must burn. Freedom, the lesson we must learn. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Do 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 do. Love is the opening door. Love is what we came here for. No one could offer you more. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Next to you, I am loving you, are too. Feel
love in a virtual sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together in the name of love. We come together, we come together, we come together in the name of love. The person next to you, say recognize the light in you. Feel the love in a virtual sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together in the name of love. We come together, we come together, we come together in the name of love. Every walk of life, every creed and color, and intentions reignite in honor of the love of each other. Now look at the person next to you. Say namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in a virtual sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together in the name of love. We come together, we come together, we come together in the name of love. We come together, we come together, we come together in the name of love. We come together, we come together, we come together in the name of love.
Looking at me like, Cheryl, you might need a microphone. Good morning, everyone. That song just got me so riled. I love that. Thank you, Namaste Band. That was so fun. Good morning. Good morning, everyone tuning in via our YouTube channel. We welcome you. For those of you that are tuning in here locally, boy, do we ever have a gorgeous, gorgeous day. So thank you for taking time out of that beautiful day to join us to uplift your heart this morning. My name is Reverend Cheryl Myers, and I'm the minister here. And our virtual audience and all of your faces on the chairs here this morning just so lift our souls here in the sanctuary. So we do come together in the name of love, so let's breathe into that love right now and just center ourselves as we move into our Sunday celebration officially through prayer. Yes, so as we take a deep breath this morning, we allow that breath to center us in this now moment. We settle in to wherever we're seated. We open our heart, we open our mind to be blessed by this time together. And I just invite you to breathe into your heart and just feel the gratitude for the spiritual community that brings us here, Unity of Gaithersburg. And although we are not here in person, it has nothing to do with the fact that we are a community. For these walls, this campus even, is not what our spiritual community is. Our spiritual community is you. And so we just breathe into the you-ness that we are, the you of the unity we are, regardless of whether we are here in person or in the ether of 21st century technology. We give thanks Thank you so much for tuning in. Know that we feel you here this morning. Your light, your presence, your love uplifts us. And for this time together, we are so grateful. And so it is. Amen. And now Edie will come up and share some transformational opportunities with us. Come on up, Edie.
Good morning, everybody. This week's transformational opportunities are also detailed in our community newsletter. Receive next week's edition by sharing your email with us. During this time of suspended in-person activities here at Unity of Gaithersburg, remember to check out our Facebook page, our newsletter, and our website to keep current on updates. On Wednesday afternoons from 5 to 6 on Zoom, we're offering a co-hosted Hump Day Happy Hour. Come, let's be happy together. To sign up, go to the event on our Facebook page and click going. You can also email admin@unityofgaithersburg.org to register. On Wednesday mornings, Rev Cheryl is facilitating a Zoom midweek morning meditation at 9 a.m. To sign up, email our admin office or reply going on Facebook on the event post to get the Zoom link. And our Zoom community chats are continuing on Sunday afternoons from 4 to 5:30 p.m. This is for those who would like to come together, check in, and have spiritual conversation. Today's topic is to further discuss the message today on Eric Butterworth's teaching on healing. Click on the meeting link found in the newsletter or in the event posted on our Facebook page. See you soon. The Big Spring, Now Fall Prosperity Fling online auction is in full swing. Woohoo! Bidding begins today and will continue through September 20th until 8 p.m. Join the fun. There are over 100 items donated. Woohoo! Which include a fabulous selection of gift cards from your favorite restaurants, online classes such as sushi making and soul collage, online services of remote Reiki and medical intuitive sessions, delightful gift baskets, wonderful treasures, a beach vacation, and an online murder mystery game where you can be a suspect or in the audience. You can also find in-person healing services such as acupuncture, chiropractic, raindrop massage, and reflexology. Bid by clicking on the link on our website homepage or the link in our newsletter. Thank you so much for participating and supporting our spiritual community in this very prosperous way. I looked through the catalog this week. It is incredible, guys. Check it out. There's a lot of really fun, cool stuff to bid on. Let's just make this amazing, shall we? Yes! Our Unity of Gaithersburg prayer chaplains are inviting you to join a monthly drop-in prayer circle on Zoom. Are you looking for more spiritual and heart connection, more clarity, peace, and calm? Would it empower you to have support in holding your prayer intention? Join us for our next prayer circle and experience a spiritual renewal. The next prayer circles are tomorrow evening, September 7th at 7 p.m., or Thursday, September 10th at noon. Each is less than an hour and is accessed via Zoom. To join us, send an email to admin@unityofgaithersburg.org specifying the date of the circle you would like to attend. And Unity's annual World Day of Prayer is happening Thursday, September 10th. The theme this year is From Fear to Faith, This 24-hour prayer vigil begins on Wednesday, September 9th, with a pre-opening Zoom service at 7:30 p.m. from Unity of Gaithersburg. Then at 8 p.m., Unity Village will be live streaming their opening service. Unity of Gaithersburg will end the 24 hours with a meditative Zoom closing service on the 10th at 7 p.m. If you would like your dear ones held in the sacred energy of prayer, fill out a prayer request form in the newsletter or on our website. There are also links to attend the services on the 9th and the 10th, and to sign up to participate in the 24-hour vigil to hold prayer for a dedicated hour. Our beloved sanctuary will be open starting at 9 a.m. on Thursday, September 10th, until the closing service for those who have signed up to hold prayer each hour that day. Make sure you sign up for the hour you'll be praying. If you would like to pray in the sanctuary, email the admin office to reserve your spot. Only 2 people at a time per hour will be in the sanctuary, and you will need to wear your mask. Let's come together and join thousands of people all over the world in this sacred connection to lift our planet and our fellow humans. And now, please center yourselves as we reflect together on today's daily word. Our focus, wholeness. Wholeness is always present. I am divine, whole, strong, resilient, and vitally alive. Because I am whole, I have the capacity to heal physically, emotionally, and spiritually. When a health concern arises in me or in someone I care about, I visualize wholeness in the midst of the situation and affirm healing. Any appearance of illness or injury is temporary and does not reflect our true nature. The divinity we are is lasting and true. In prayer and meditation, I see divine healing energy permeating every cell and organ. I affirm wholeness is always present. Divine life is me and also those I love. From this knowing, we claim we are whole and healed. And from Matthew 6:22, the eye is the lamp of the body. So, if your eye is healthy, your whole body will be full of light. And now, let us prepare for meditation by singing All Is Well.
As I close my eyes and the world disappears, I can feel my breath rise and fall. There's a light inside that dispels all my fears, and I hear a gentle voice calling, all is well. All is well, all is well, all is well, all is well, all is well.
So let us settle in together for this time of inner reflection as we take a deep breath and follow that deep breath with 2 more. And now just begin to notice the normal flow of the breath as it moves in and moves out. Just give that in and out flow your attention right now instead of any busy thinking, any to-do list, or anything happening in the physical body. We just gently and lovingly put our focus on the breath. Moving in and moving out, we follow the breath, the life-giving breath. And we feel our shoulders dropping, our body completely relaxed. And as we focus on the breath, we begin to shift our awareness from the external to the internal. And we notice an internal spaciousness. And we breathe into this internal spaciousness that is not confined by our body. Just feel the internal spaciousness of your being as you breathe into it. And as we continue to focus on the breath, our present moment awareness deepens that awareness of that spaciousness. Of no thing, just space. Just infinite life essence. And so I just invite you to affirm silently to yourself, I am infinite life essence. I am infinite life essence. I am divine. Breathe into the expansiveness of that truth as you claim it more deeply with each breath. I am infinite life essence. I am divine. Just keep going deeper into your being. feeling the depth and the expansiveness and the infinite nature of your true essence. Beyond form, beyond thought. And so let's move now into a time of silence where we continue to breathe into this internal spaciousness of the infinite. And if it supports you to continue to affirm, just affirm, I am infinite life essence. I am divine. And continue to feel that infinite spaciousness within you in the silence. The infinite life essence we are is our wholeness. It is the foundation of all healing. It is the truth of us, again, beyond form, beyond any circumstance, any external happening, any belief system that we hold. Our wholeness is. Our infinite life essence is. Our divinity is, regardless of whether we claim it or believe it or know it. It is the truth. And so as we complete this time of inner reflection, let us breathe deep into that spaciousness within, knowing that it is always available to go to. For it is what we are. For there truly, really is nowhere to go. Because it is what we are. So breathing deeply once more, we give thanks. And so it is. Amen.
Lighthearted and carefree, knowing all is well. I move through my day, feeling lighthearted and carefree, knowing all is well. Through my day, feeling lighthearted God. I am the love of God. I am the power. I am the presence. I am the light of God. Wherever I am, wherever I am, wherever I am, God is and all is well. Wherever I am, wherever I am, God is and all is well. I am the light of God. I am the love of God. I am the power. I am the presence. I am the light of God. Wherever I am, wherever I am, wherever I am, God is and all is well. Wherever I am, wherever I am, God is and all is well. I am the light of God. I am the love of God. I am the power. I am the presence. I am the light of God. Wherever I am, wherever I am, wherever I am, God is and all is well. Wherever I am, wherever I am, God is and all is well.
Oh, there was a man suffering from a really bad cold who went to his doctor for relief, just begging for relief. And the doctor prescribes pills, but after a week, he's still sick. So the doctor gives him a shot, but that doesn't help him either. So the doctor says, okay, this is what I want you to do. And this is on the third visit, because I want you to go home and take a hot bath, then throw open all the windows and stand in the draft. I'll get pneumonia, protests the patient. I know, the doctor said, that I can cure.
Groan.
I know, that was a groan. It was a groaner. More. So I'm excited about the next 4 weeks because I'm going to share with you teachings from Eric Butterworth. And if you don't know about Eric Butterworth, I could talk a whole talk on Eric Butterworth. I'm going to invite you to go to ericbutterworth.com and check him out. In essence, he is a renowned Unity minister. He's an author, a teacher, and a lecturer. And he had a community in New York City. And basically, he didn't have a church. He had a teaching center. What he did was teach at Avery Fisher Hall there. And so last week's conversation about Myrtle Fillmore just really churned my thoughts about healing. And of course, we're in the middle of a global pandemic. And that is really on my awareness, and I think a lot of our awarenesses. So because it's certainly on our radars. And if we're not dealing with the virus, many of us are dealing with dis-ease as a result of the virus in mind and body and spirit. And many of us have loved ones that have been impacted by illness and have possibly succumbed to conditions. So I'm just going to dive in. So this is a lot of information, but as I shared in the newsletter, this comes from a set of cassette tapes, cassette tapes, that I was given from lectures that Eric Butterworth did in the 1980s. I actually got these from my chiropractor in Kansas City who had a patient who was a ardent unity enthusiast, and when she passed, she left him all these tapes and all these books of unity. And he goes, "Cheryl, what do you want?" And of course, I zoomed in on these tapes, and yes, I do have a cassette player. Okay, I do. So this is the information from this 4-week healing series that he did in New York City in the 80s. And this is still so relevant today. So we're going to talk about healing, and Eric Butterworth calls it an endogenous process because it's an awakening from within, from an awareness of consciousness, us taking charge of our own life. It's not a miracle phenomenon. It's not due to an outside force. He said, we become ill so often, we reach for some divine aid, and we look to God as an outside power or person, and we search for some miracle act from the outside. But what we're going to be talking about during this series is a spiritual healing, which is an awakening of an awareness of truth of our inner power, completely from within. It's not paranormal. It's not with a healing treatment from a healer outside of you, even if that works. We are looking at it as us awakening. English poet Robert Browning said, "There's an inmost center in us all where truth abides in fullness, and to know this consists in opening out a way where the imprisoned splendor may escape." And this is what Jesus called seeking the kingdom of God. So spiritual healing comes from an inner expansion instead of an outer miracle. Because, in some cultures, taking an aspirin is a miracle. This is about releasing the inner force. The root of spiritual healing is the wholeness of each of us. You can be healed because you're whole. You are a whole being, and that wholeness is transcendent to any condition. The physical problem reflects a lack of allowing that wholeness to flow freely and fully. So, and I want to clarify that when we talk about healing, we are not talking about necessarily a cure. There are many ways for us to heal, okay? But our human condition is that any kind of illness, we just love to tarry there, Eric Butterworth says. We love to identify ourselves with it because we keep talking about it. And there's this collective belief in illness. And I'm reminded of this when I watch television and I see all these pharmaceutical ads that absolutely affirm illness. The tendency to hang on to our identification, I have this, or my, whatever that is, illness. It's the outward evidence of an inner breakdown of some kind of consciousness, Eric Butterworth says, a claiming of separation. We look for inward wholeness, but we will not look within. Healing comes from a binding together, a healing of belief in separateness. And I was reminded when I was writing this that when I was in Kansas City, I had a community there. A group of us went out to Unity Village to hear Dr. Larry Dossey speak. He's a physician and author who has studied and written about the healing power of prayer, spirituality, and other non-physical factors. He talks about the power of healing words on the healing process, the role of consciousness in healing, and gave examples of non-local healing. How many of you have had a Reiki session, a distance Reiki session, and had a healing, had it supported your body in the healing process? So he gave examples of healing, who are emotionally, people that are emotionally connected, developing the same symptoms. So telesomatic events, when people who are non-local experience psychological and physical events at the same time. Quantum physics calls this entanglement. Minds are entangled with the universal divine intelligence so that our minds can non-locally influence anything. Now, I am not a scientist or an expert in this, but the bottom line is that science and empirical evidence is now explaining our oneness. Health and healing involve unity within the person. This unity is the knowing of our wholeness, the oneness we are, the allness that we are of divine life, and really accepting and claiming and knowing that truth. All things, according to Eric Butterworth, are possible as we recognize and live from the awareness of our oneness as divine beings. Certainly a healing is possible. And remembering there are many ways for us to heal. In order for a healing to occur, we must review our view of God. And I haven't talked about this in a long time, so we get to talk about God. Yay. And he talks about, this is not me. This is Eric Butterworth back in the 80s, talking about any belief of God, certainly any definition of God is limited. He said, nothing that we believe is true. Let that sink in. Nothing that we believe is true because it's based on the past and our limited understanding of what we think is true. We're not seeking to believe in God for a healing to happen from this perspective. We are here to know and accept ourselves as the wholeness we are and allow that knowing and acceptance to express as our well-being. And so he encourages us to look at our limiting views of God, especially God as a capricious God, God as a father who may or may not help you. We can view sickness as just a quirk of bad luck due to the capricious will of God. My health, wealth, well-being is the luck of the draw, right? We must deal with it. But Eric Butterworth says the most important part of learning is unlearning our errors. We must realize that nothing in the universe wills sickness. Nothing in the universe wills sickness. No matter what, you are whole. You have to accept that you're whole. It's foundational to healing. You're a spiritual being. Divine intelligence is you. And he says that we need to get a larger thought of the infinite, that in our humanness we have this too narrow, too human, too punishing view of the divine. And so those of you that know me know that I don't use God often because typically what we have to do then is look at then what is God? And I like to just go right to, God is infinite life. God is essence. God is divine mind, infinite wholeness. I love infinite life. And Eric Butterworth talks about the whole of infinite life is present at every point in space at the same time, right where you are. Wherever it is, the whole must be present. This is omnipresence. The whole must be present at its entirety at every point in space at the same time. The whole of infinite life must be present at its entirety at every point in space at the same time. There's no spot where infinite life is not. If we really understood this, Eric Butterworth said, we would know truth at the deepest level. Wherever I am, like Jim just sang, the whole of God, divine mind, infinite life, wholeness is present. There's nowhere to go. If I'm seeking help out here, then I've totally bypassed this reality. And Eric Butterworth said, that's not spiritual healing. Spiritual healing is realizing the wholeness I am and releasing it into my experience. God, divine mind, infinite life is you. You cannot get out of it, and you do not have to affirm it or believe it to make it so. Spiritual healing is not something we're trying to get infinite life to do to us. Rather, it is a movement in our consciousness and our sense of self-awareness to a larger awareness when we can accept the unobstructed flow of infinite life that is always the reality of each of us. Healing is not what infinite life does for us, but it is our awareness of what we are as infinite life and wholeness. You're not trying to get a healing out of infinite life and wholeness. You're trying to get in touch with what you are, to realize that truth And there's a verse from Isaiah that said, "Then shall your light break forth like the dawn, and your healing quickly appear." Butterworth talks about that often in our prayers we say, "Okay, God, heal me. Remember, God, get on the ball." So much of our prayers are telling God what to do, he says, and often we really feel unworthy. But he assures us that the healing process has nothing to do with unworthiness. If you're worthy to draw a breath of air, you are worthy to be healed. And he gives this example of dropping a book. He says, gravity is no respecter of persons. A constant, ever-present process goes into operation immediately. It did not act because any virtue of me. That book dropped and fell to the floor out of principle. Yeah, it's no respecter of persons. It goes into operation immediately. Spiritual healing is not contingent on the will of God to heal. God is capricious. Healing is not counting on infinite wholeness to do anything. It's working constantly. Infinite life and wholeness is working constantly. It cannot help itself, just like gravity. It's important to get this, he said. We have to get this. We have to release trying to get God to heal us. There's no reluctance to divine healing life flowing within us. A healing happens because within us there is a transistent pattern of wholeness that's always present. We are a non-material reality in divine mind. And he said that often in New Thought, we often judge those who are sick. And he goes, don't reject sickness, learn from it. But he also said the best time to get into spiritual healing is when you are well and feeling whole, to get these principles, this knowing into your being. Because when we might get ill, it's very difficult to know the truth sometimes, isn't it? And he says that when that happens, that the first thing we do is we identify with our wholeness first. We center our attention not on the limited condition, but on the absolute infinite life that we are. Surrender to that wholeness. Surrender to the infinite life. He gave an example of a man who broke every bone of his body. And he began to give thanks for life. He had one little finger that was not broken. And he focused on this little finger as the unobstructed flow of life. He kept focusing on that one little bit of unobstructed flow of life. He believed it was a result of giving thanks for his wholeness because he healed himself. See, our prayer for healing is often giving attention to our limitation. He said, don't pray for the problem. Giving the limitation more power. So for us right now, we don't pray for this virus. We center our attention on the unobstructed flow of life instead. Often when we get sick of getting sick, he said we get well. But he said, when we do a denial, we talk about that, we affirm the truth and then we deny the appearance of something. What that is just releasing the power that we are giving it. So he said, deny the headache. In our case, we deny the limiting belief that created this virus. We don't keep denying the condition. We deny, we let it go, and then we emphasize the truth. He said we need to change our awareness. We don't need to focus on the condition. We need to focus and meditate on the truth of our infinite wholeness. Be still and know I am. I am right here, the activity of infinite life. Even though the body might not show it right now, this is the truth, and I begin with this point that I am divine. Infinite life is the reality. This energy is the reality, and imagine that free flow of energy. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to ask Jim to just play a little noodle music, and I'm just going to end the message today with a small meditation. So wherever you are, I just invite you just to take a deep breath again. And so I just invite you to begin with the realization that you're a spiritual being. And so affirm that. silently, I am a spiritual being. I am infinite life. I am wholeness. And imagine that you are looking into a mirror. And as you're looking into that mirror, look and see your physical form exactly as it is. See yourself in the mirror. All of this is a great mask. Imagine removing the mask of this whole physical body. And as you remove this mask, you experience this blinding light. It's intense. It's brighter than you've ever known. And strangely enough, you can look at it and into it. It's not burning like the sun. This light, this bright, brilliant light, is the light of your wholeness. Then shall your light break forth like the dawn. This is the light radiating from you, not from some distant point. It is the radiance that is you that is being blocked, obstructed by the physical body. Reflect on this radiance. You are looking into a mirror and you are seeing your true self. And just feel yourself being grateful that this is the wholeness of you. This brilliant light, this infinite life is the truth of you. It is the wholeness of you. And if you ever doubt it, just do this exercise. Be still and know I am. See yourself standing in front of a mirror and know that that is a mask. And then see yourself releasing that mask and seeing only the infinite light that you are, that is unbounded and unlimited in every way. It is the wholeness that you are that is the foundation of all healing. Know it and claim it. So just take a deep breath now. And so it is. So this week, I invite you to take time to work on knowing and accepting your wholeness without trying to heal from a certain condition. Just focus this week. And this could be, it might not be an illness in your physical body. It might be a nagging thought or belief that you would really like to let go of. And I just invite you this week to work on knowing and accepting your wholeness instead of focusing on any agenda to heal something. Get to know the radiance of you and be grateful that truly at the depth of you, you are the light of the world. You are amazing. So let's take a deep breath together. And let's affirm, regardless of any appearances to the contrary, I am divine life, light, and wholeness. I accept this truth now. And so it is.
And now, this is our time to give from our unlimited abundance and open hearts. Thank you for going to our website and our newsletter to give your gifts online. You can also text to give. Here is some prosperity wisdom from Celebrate Your Life, Yourself by Eric Butterworth. The universe is celebrating itself in you as an instrument of life. It is singing itself in your soul, saying, you are alive, you are whole, You are being healed and renewed in a constant rhapsody and abundant flow of life. Say yes to life's flow, to health, to renewal. In this moment, sing your song of wholeness. As we each give online, we affirm this offering blessing together. Divine love, I am, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am so grateful. So it is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Oh, brother, I need to talk to you. This might sound strange, and you probably think I'm crazy and I've lost my mind. Okay, I'm amazing, I'm incredible, I'm a miracle, a dream come true. Oh, I'm marvelous, oh, I'm beautiful. Well, guess what? So are you. Oh, people, it's becoming clear. I can feel it down deep in my soul. I know that I am you and you are me. Oh, oh. Oh, I'm grateful for the simple things that we take for granted every day. I can walk, I can talk, I can use my mind. Well, okay. Oh, I'm amazing, I'm incredible, I'm a miracle, a dream come true. Oh, I'm marvelous, oh, I'm beautiful. Guess what? So are you. That don't mean we're better than anyone or anything. It's a call to come together and accept responsibility. I'm amazing, be incredible, be a miracle, a dream come true. Oh, I'm marvelous, oh, I'm beautiful. Guess what? And so are you. Guess what? So are you. That's right. So are you.
Oh, you're amazing, you're incredible. Yes. All right, let's join together and sing our peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in presence of God watches over us. And wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Amen, amen,
Have a beautiful and blessed week, focusing on the wholeness you are, and enjoy this beautiful weather. Blessings.
To say may well be simple, but they're true. Until you give your love, there's nothing more that we can do. Love is the opening door. Love is what we came here for. No one could offer you more. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Say it's very hard to leave behind the life we knew. But there's no other way, and now it's really up to you. Love is the key we must turn. Truth is the flame we must burn. Freedom the lesson we must learn. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Love is the opening door. Love is what we came here for. No one could offer you more. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really see.